we doing tonight? Kenny B here from Cities and Suburbs. 12/13/2020. How you guys doing? Sunday, and no Patriots today. Thank God. We had to watch them on Thursday night. I do have to say though, let's get into a little bit of this. How you all doing? Hope you all doing well. Seriously, all kidding aside, which is sports this year. But how are you doing? How are you and your family doing? And staying safe and COVID free, we hope, obviously. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But let's have some fun. Today, the Tampa Bay Bucks, TB12, was a win over the Minnesota Vikings. You know, it had to happen, but now they're 8-5. But I do not look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because as a Super Bowl contender, they're a good football team, but it's just not going to happen this year. The other day, Thursday night football, even though the Patriots did play last Sunday, a week ago today, with a great win, and then came out and suffered a great loss, 24-3. It's clear that our quarterback, Cam Newton, will be probably a good backup quarterback on perhaps a team next year that fits his style. He's a running quarterback, and I mean, in New England, we're used to the pocket pass and a good offensive line. We've just been decimated this year, but I'm not going to feel bad about that because, man, there's bigger things going on, right? But, you know, the sports guys, they're trying to make a living too. They're trying to keep up everything. Baseball had to play with pop-ups. Football was playing with pop-ups. Some great college football going on, by the way. That Army-Navy game in the fog the other day was crazy. I only bring this up because it should be personal to you and where you live. Cities and suburbs. All right, national COVID update. 217,157,496 tests as of today. Cases, 15,956,435 cases as of today. Deaths nationwide, unfortunately, 289,535 to date nationally. Massachusetts, as of today, Sunday, 12/13, 47 new deaths, bringing the death total in Massachusetts up to 11,057 in all, due to COVID-related conditions. So I don't know where this is going because, even though the vaccines are arriving and we see them on the FedEx and the FedEx planes and the UPS, and I mean, that makes you feel good and everything like that. Like first responders and the people that are really in harm's way with this virus are going to get that vaccine first, and they should. But right now, let's please double down. I mean, we don't want to get into January 1st after Christmas and Governor Baker saying, we're rolling back everything. We're locking down everything for 2 weeks, because we knew back then that 2 weeks spread into 4 weeks and 6 weeks and 8 weeks and the multiplier effect. So let's double down, all right? Double down, guys. So yeah, we're getting snow this week. We know it midweek, 6, 12, whatever. We live in New England. Can't spend too much time on that, to be honest with you. But I did want to talk tonight about, the retailers that are closing. There are so many retailers that are closing. And we're looking at the effect of in-person shopping, okay? But don't let it fool you, because Let me just say the GameStop. People say the GameStop. Is the GameStop going out of this? Usually 200 retailers that are not going out of business, but they're restructuring. Okay, there's a big difference between going out of business and store closures. And someone asked me the other day, so I looked it up and I said, well, is the GameStop going out of business? No, the Game Store video retailer announced it would be permanently closing 400 to 450 stores globally. Globally, now, if you look at how big the company is. So they're pulling back. They're pulling back. They're not expanding. They are contracting. And again, a good business person would pull right out of this. The problem is that so much of CVS, even CVS, is CVS going out of business? Let's look at this. The pharmacy chain did close 46 stores in 2019. Now they purchased Aetna. CVS isn't going anywhere. They may close their stores and, boop, up, comes up a Walgreens or something, but announced another 22 store closings in 2020. But these are a small percentage of the 9,900 CVS locations across the country. Again, closings are DSW. Is not going out of business. DSW parent company, Designer Brands, announced they may have to close 10% to 15% of their locations. I mean, this is fun for me because none of these stores. Is GNC going out of business? The expensive powder vitamins. In June, the vitamin and dietary supplementary company filed for Chapter 11. So, okay, we know where they're going. Guitar Center. Is Guitar Center going out of business? It's not going out of business. In November 2020, the retailer filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is restructuring. It's debt. Okay, well, that's what happens. I could go on and on. JCPenney, they're still hanging around. Is JCPenney going out of business? Now, this is from offers.com. I could go to another site, but JCPenney avoided liquidation as mall operators. Simon Property, well, they sound familiar, have completed a purchase of the retailer. JCPenney announced plans to close 6 of its locations. And then most of its 840 stores were temporarily closed due to the pandemic. So, Lord and Taylor, I could go back with this and we can just look at the first store closings. GNC, Pier 1 Imports, overly priced. Men's Warehouse, which form Joseph A. These parent companies, GameStop. K Jewelers, which is K Jewelers, Zales, and Jared. All these folks are owned by Signet or bigger companies, and they just market them differently to you based on what the price is. But so it just goes to show that retail is, in-person retail. I'm not really too concerned about the big box stores. They'll live on forever. But it's Main Street. Main Street's killing, is getting killed because of COVID, and it doesn't seem like there's enough relief being poured there. So that's the store closings versus going out of business, right? Store closings, chain closings, versus going out of business. Even when a business goes out that big, that's a real big retailer, they don't go. The money just disappears. The name disappears, but the money just transfers somewhere else. So when you get into the Greendale Mall, all right, here's a retail, area, the old urban mall stuff, so outdated. So Greendale was dead, like I said the other day, but so now Amazon is definitely coming in. It's going to provide 200, 300, 400 jobs. I hope they improve the infrastructure in terms of traffic around the area, but still, as these big box stores, die off or reconstructure, what they are and they rebrand themselves. Amazon's right there to take right over. So, retail is changing. What I would encourage you guys to do is, I'm looking at these restaurants tonight. Just avoid going in-person restaurant. Do takeout. I mean, the 6-person limit, 90 minutes, no entertainment. How can you have fun? Okay? And I'll tell you what, I have no problem not going to a Pub 99 or a Texas Longhorn, or they're chains. They're always going to live on, like I just said, they'll morph into something else. It's the mom and dads that I'm more concerned about, small restaurants. Order takeout from those guys and locally. Keep them afloat with your money, because in the end, the big giants will always be there in one way or another. But we need to keep local Main Street going. So put your dollars toward that, okay? We get the holiday season coming up, and, times are lean. We understand that. But let's give it up to our local retailers, our local entrepreneurs. Downtown Worcester, that was like right there on the edge, hoping that the Paw Sox maybe, I say the Paw Sox, and I'm sorry, but the Worcester Red Sox, formerly the Paw Sox, will actually be able to open on its due date. I'm not seeing that happening. They may be opening, but I still see us 6 feet apart. So anyway, guys, Kenny B here from Cities and Suburbs, and we're hoping you have a great day. Thanks a lot. Take care.